So what has been the reaction that you're getting as you practice your mechanics all over the streets of the Bronx, New York? In public.
In public, yeah, oh God, I love it. Because some people are looking at me like, I try not to do it in certain areas because I don't want to get confused that I'm throwing up gang signs or anything. But,
that's smart.
Right, exactly. But most time people are like looking at me is fine. But it feels like the same people who see me practice my mechanics that are walking down the street, I'm always working on my hits. I'm trying to get
That's the most popular one, the hit?
Yeah, the hit, just 35.
I know, I think it is.
I'm popping them.
Yeah.
Low. One up.
Low
I want to do my elbow. I want to do the one on the elbow, but however, no one's getting hit on the elbow, so I have to be specific on my call.
Keep it in the pocket for when he does get hit on the elbow. Make the slight adjustment from the
Wrist,
forearm
to the forearm,
to the elbow.
Uh-huh.
Gets him here.
Get some here.
Get some here.
I like it. Question. Matter of fact, what do you got, coach?
What do you got?
Green 15.
Scott always knows the numbers. How do you remember so many numbers?
I don't know. I was there, that's why. I remember. So green 15 is driving on the baseline. Passes off. Defender's right there. Defender's taking 2 jewels. Green 15 is still running over, knocks the guy over. I missed the first one. I missed that first one. Like, he did it one time.
Is it a crash?
This is cool. Okay, we'll call it a crash. I would like to call it a knockdown, because it wasn't as intense as a crash. So he does the same thing again.
Same play?
Same play, he does the same thing again. I get it. Boom. Play control behind the head. Bomb.
Did he have the ball?
He passed the ball.
All right, so how is it player control?
Team control, excuse me.
Team control.
Ah!
Yeah, don't go behind the head. It's all right.
All right, cool. So I get him for the team control 3 times in a row.
3 straight trips.
Yeah, and he says, I'm bugging. He's like, I didn't even have the ball. I was walking out of bounds. It's a men's league game. I'm walking out of bounds. I'm like, you can't knock anyone over. I told him the phrase is called pass and crash. So, what do you have?
I mean, it's tough to make the call if I don't see it. Do you have the defender being legal?
Yes.
Do you have the offense going to and through?
Yes.
Just chucking them down to the ground.
Yep, running him over like he wasn't there.
Okay. Sounds like a foul.
Got it. Thanks.
Got it.
All right.
I got a scenario for you.
Talk to me.
I want to hear you answer it. It's a case play. Actually, it's a play that happened to one of my friends. Second half of the game. You're the C. You're the C right here. Bench is behind you, blue bench. Ball is at the 3-point line. On your side, strong side. I'm sorry, we have some technical difficulties. Just going to put the discussion play up, read it over, and we'll resume shortly. Thanks for watching. But by the time you blow your whistle, the offensive player on blue had released the ball on a try for a 3, so he shot the ball, and the defense rebounded it. So we have a timeout, but the defense has the ball.
That's fast.
What do you got?
Well, if I acknowledge the coach wanted a timeout prior to the ball being shot, then I would give him the timeout.
Okay, but you didn't in this case. You looked over, you saw it was him, but probably lacked a little awareness to know what's going on the court. So we have a shot, defense grabs it, game has been stopped, timeout, but defense has the ball.
So we have to go inadvertent whistle on my part.
Okay?
No. I inadvertent whistle, white possession on the end line. It's so funny because I do my crown rest pre-game with my captain talk, but I also tell the players, I add on myself, that timeout sounds like 5 out. So our primary goal, partner in our primary goal is not take our eyes off the action. So if you can be in sync with your coach and mirror his request, that would be wonderful because we can't take our eyes off that. It's just in my captain talk pregame. So I try to avoid that.
Don't make it too long.
Don't make it too long?
The whole 5 out is timeout. thing in the captain's move.
Okay.
Remember, we want to be short and sweet with them.
Okay.
So you're going to go inadvertent whistle? But then you're going to still have to grant the timeout if he wants it, because we got a dead ball.
After you finish,
Yeah.
coach, we still got a timeout. And we'll wait for his response.
So boop boop, inadvertent whistle.
Yes.
Coach, you still want the timeout?
Uh-huh.
So what I would do there is I wouldn't have probably granted it, because I have such an active matchup. I can't do two things at once unless the coach comes and gets in my vision and can visually signal to me that he wants a timeout. I'm able to grant it. Remember, when a coach doesn't call the timeout, we call the timeout. We grant it. He's requesting it. So just because he says timeout, 100% of the time we're not going to be able to give him a timeout. And in this particular case, competitive matchup, I cannot turn my head right now. By the time I'm able to turn my head, now the play is left, the shot is up. I can't grant it, coach. Coach, I apologize. I had an active matchup, I couldn't turn my head.
So what do you say when he's responsible? I've been calling timeout for 10 seconds.
I understand.
I've been screaming timeout.
I understand, and I did hear you. However, I don't think you want me turning my head away from the players, right? Put it back in his court. Check. What do you got? If you're the coach, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I put the ball back in his court. I'm letting him know that the more important thing is to ref the game and the players. And just apologize. I couldn't get to the timeout, coach. Sorry, you still want it?
Okay.
No, I don't want it now.
Question, what happens when we get to a high level game? Like you're doing the Big East Championship and this is happening. How would you handle that?
Look, hopefully that's where the C or another official can help out.
Exactly.
Especially too, if he's going to visually show timeout, that would help, and that would allow my partners to come in and grant it. So just having that awareness.
Okay.
If you're not engaged in that active matchup, then hopefully a partner has the time to look and grant the timeout.
I'm glad you brought up your crew members. Now, after that's over, dead ball situation, you guys huddle up. What would you tell your crew? Would you tell your crew we should be more active on watching the coaches during timeout rest?
It's just something you need to have awareness on. But like I said, coaches request the timeout, we grant it. We're not going to start taking our eyes off the play in order to be more engaged to call a timeout. That we're losing.
Okay, got it.
We're losing focus there, I think, a little bit.
All right, understandable. Yeah, we are.
So
our focus is on the court.
Mm-hmm. You had a play the other day about what the coach said to you yelling across the court?
Yeah. Slaps him on the arm. He didn't pick the ball up to be in the shooting motion. He's dribbling towards the basket. Play on who comes from behind. Slaps him on the arm. Call a foul, possession. Coach says, he's behind him. That should be a clear path foul. We all know there's no clear path in amateur basketball. Coach, I'm very approachable, but I can't have you yelling at me. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your partner.
The infamous, I'm not talking to you.
I'm not talking to you. He then goes on the court. Yes, you know how we feel about this. He then goes on the court. Excuse me, sir. What's your name? How you doing? My partner's in shock. My partner's in shock. Tells him his name, and he says, now he's playing offense, right? So he tells him his name, and
Who's playing offense?
the coach is playing offense on
Playing
us.
offense. Fast break.
Alley-oop, Lob City.
Barnes, the cutter, Griffin!
So he goes over to my partner and says,
Pointing
"What's your-"
fingers.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm standing right here. You're me. I'm coach. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. Walks over and talks to my partner.
Starting the timeout, right?
Yes. So my partner's like, what did you see? You couldn't see anything on the other side? No, before. He's just making up stuff just to mess with me. So how would you handle it?
I have a line for that.
What's that?
For days. Whenever they're like, I'm not talking to you. Whoa, coach, I'm talking to you.
Okay.
I'm talking to you. I'm not even, coach, I'm talking to you. If you're yelling at my partner, you're yelling at us. I'm right here. You can speak to me.
I'm glad you mentioned the word yelling. So the following day,
I'm talking to you.
I'm talking to you, okay. What if he's not compliant then?
Either give him a warning or a technical foul.
For him ignoring me, trying to defuse, what's your take on if I say, Coach, I'm talking to you, and he still continues to walk away from me, the next time he yells over at the court, across the court, I'm giving him a bench warning.
Maybe right now give him a bench warning. Remember, we're not going to let coaches call timeouts and then come onto the court and complain. So as soon as he starts walking by you, whoa, coach, if you want to speak, please stay in your box. I can't have you coming out onto the court talking about a call at half court. If we're going to have a discussion, it's going to be in your box. Don't even let him get there. And if he does, then give him a technical foul.
No problem. No problem.
I mean, look, a warning is a courtesy. A warning is not mandatory. In high school basketball, a warning, you could give an official warning to a coach, which I love, and I would love if they would do that for college. An official warning. Stop the game, put it in the book. It's like a tech light.
Okay.
It's like the light version of a tech, because it kind of feels
Yeah.
like a tech. It feels official.
They calm down after a while.
In college, we can't give the official warning. It's more of the stop sign. That's enough, coach. I heard you. That's enough. You're not going to say most of the time, that's your warning. To me, that doesn't sound good whenever we say that's your warning. I try to avoid it. I try to use different words.
I just call the warning. Ooh, bench warning on blue.
Well, and like I said, in high school, you could do that.
Okay.
So do it. I encourage that all the time. And anytime I've given a warning in high school, it works out pretty well.
Okay.
You know?
All right. The following day.
Come over here.
The following day. Say white. I don't remember the exact number. Kid on white. White 15. Palm violation. Palm violation. Carry. So the coach says,
Did you call it palming or carry?
I say palm violation. Palm violation.
I think the palming is in parentheses.
Yeah.
But you go either or, carry.
I'll check it out. You know I got my book.
How many did you do? 3?
You practice that. Real slow. I'm the show.
Not with both hands.
No, the traffic. Boop.
No traffic cop.
No traffic
Don't
cop.
be a traffic cop.
I did traffic cop.
One hand at a time.
Boop. Oh. Got it. So the kid carries, and that's not a carry. How is that a carry? Coach, please, I can't have you yelling. You can talk to me about anything. In this same tone, you can talk about anything. But I can't have you yelling at me from across the court. I'm not yelling.
That's when you go even lower. He wants to go high, raise the volume, you're going to go even lower.
But I can't. I just called a violation. It's not a timeout or anything.
So you didn't have time.
I didn't have time to talk to
Okay,
him.
that's okay.
So we wait till the next time.
When the coaches say things that need to be addressed, it doesn't need to be addressed on the spot all the time, right away. We didn't have time. You just didn't have the time to get over to him. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna store it. You're gonna put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
And you'll address it at the next time out. It's like pending. It's like a delayed violation.
I understand.
I'll get to you. I'll get to that. I remember that. I don't have time to go address it right now. It's okay. We can survive that. He was complaining he wasn't happy. He'll live. We'll be okay.
Okay.
But next time, and then go with your I'm very approachable if you have a question line. Coach, I'm very approachable if you have a question. But you can't shout out a question during a live ball when I'm running down the court. I'm not going to scream out the answer to you.
Okay.
That's why I'm here speaking to you now, showing you that courtesy.
Okay. All right. What's your response to a coach on the bench?
An assistant coach?
Head coach. This happened to me about a year ago. He goes, oh my God. He walks up to me, I call a foul on the kid. He's like, ref, his momentum made him foul. Coach, I understand that. I made a report what happened, not why it happened. Another thing is, could you please stop yelling at me? It's passion. I'm being passionate. You don't understand passion?
I respect your passion. Coach, I respect your passion. I love your energy. Okay? But let's just be respectful towards one another. We're having a conversation, right? You hear my tone? You hear the volume of my voice? Just speak to me. I'm right here. Put the ball back in his court in a calm voice.
Calm.
He's got no choice but to bring his voice down. If he goes up from there, then we might have to make a decision. I'm tired of these excuses. I'm tired of coaches saying this is a big game. Coach, every game is a big game. Or I'm passionate. I'm not passionate. I'm very passionate.
Oh, all right.
That's an excuse of why you're misbehaving.
So I have another scenario for you.
All right.
Coach. Picture this. College game. This actually happened.
Okay.
White is down by 1 point. 35 seconds left in the game.
The game.
White turns the ball over. Blue catches it. White turns the ball over. Blue is running on a fast break. Head coach from White jumps on the court, starts playing defense. I'm serious. This happened. Referee gives him a technical foul. Blue goes to the line, misses both free throws, and turns the ball over. White wins the game. How would you adjudicate that?
Do you think they did it incorrectly?
I think they did it wild, but what would you do?
It's a technical foul. Coach is on the court.
Okay, so they missed the shot and then turn the ball over, and White winds up winning the game.
It's like a wild play. Gotta love these coaches.
Yeah, he's actually a good coach.
I had to play offense this weekend. So we're about to start the game, and the head coach of the visiting team yells at one of his players. His player was like, what's the defense, coach? 2-3 zone? How do you not know that? He just said it really nasty. So me and my partner looked at each other like, oh, okay. Is this the way he's going to speak to us? So whatever, we just took note of it. So a couple minutes into the game, he wants a hold. So he calls a timeout, starts walking onto the court to try to complain. Right, the scenario that we just talked about.
Yeah, we can.
When they're frustrated, they want to complain, so they purposely call a timeout, start walking onto the court to complain. So I walk him back to his box, and he's just playing offense on me. I'm just taking punches.
What kind of shot?
Pointing fingers, telling me about freedom of movement. We have to call that hold. I want freedom of movement. Making demands.
I don't know.
So I'm just like I said, I'm playing defense. Okay, coach, I hear you. I'm just letting him get it out.
As he's walking back towards the box.
I walked him back to the box, so now we're by his timeout area. Pointing fingers, demanding, shouting, being very rude. I hear you. Whoa. I hear you, coach. Coach, that's enough. So he says, I want freedom of movement, walks towards his timeout, right? I'm not letting him walk away from me like that. So I seek him out. Coach. You just spoke to me and I listened. Now you're going to listen to me. And he was very reluctant to come back. I waited till he started walking back towards me. Eye contact. I'm very approachable if you have a question, but please do not come on the court shouting, pointing fingers, making demands. Okay, that's fine, but I want freedom of movement called. Again, please stop making demands. If I see any illegal contact, I'm going to call the foul. Didn't say anything the rest of the game. I drew my clear line.
Love it. Now, what's your counter when he makes that demand and starts walking towards the team, and you call him back, and he says,
I'm not going to call him back twice.
And he says, I got to coach my team.
Very rarely do I go seek out a coach and tell him to come talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
He was reluctant. He walked away. He wanted to just say his 2 cents and walk away. Doesn't work like that. This is a two-way street. We're going to have dialogue. You're going to speak, and then I'm going to speak. So I'm not going to allow you to behave like that without addressing it and letting you know that that's wrong, and here's the line. So if you do it again, then we'll have to make a decision. But it's just an example of having to play offense, right? He played offense in an unsporting manner. We control the relationship. If you let him do that, now he's controlling the relationship. I just called him back in a courteous manner. I let you speak, right? I just listened to you, right? So you're going to listen to me now. I'm saying it respectfully, but I'm saying it firmly. And he was good the rest of the game until the last 30 seconds of the game where he was shouting across the court. Definitely should have been a technical foul. However, they were losing. Game was about to be over. And in this case, if we would have given him a technical foul, I guarantee he wouldn't have calmed down. He would have been ejected. We would have had to go through all of that. Maybe that's the right thing to do. However, in those situations when the game is over, it's not going to help the game. And he was the type of coach that would not have been calm because of the tech. It would just set him off. And I guarantee we would have ejected him.
Okay.
So you just take your loss there. That's it.
Okay.
Move on. But that response worked for the rest of the game until then.
I love it.
You know? Good stuff. Good stuff.
Great stuff. All the time. So I'm looking forward to the next episode. I'm gonna have tons of questions to ask you.
I love it. I love your questions.
Come in.
Keep
just-
coming with questions all the time. I want questions every day.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. I like it. That means I get the answers every day.
Yes, yes, sir. This is the awkward part where I put my finger by the screen.
We gotta get like a button.